What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Lollipops to Die For. I'm your host, Stephanie, and this is my co-host,
Simona.
And today we're going to talk about the House of 400 Corpses. Let's get into this. Nearly 400 human corpses have been found piled high at a building near the Mexico-United States border. The corpses have been accounted for at a suspected secret crematorium in Ciudad Juárez, a Mexican city on the Rio Grande, including 383 complete bodies and 6 partial remains. Some of the bodies discovered are understood to have been dead for up to 4 years. Most of the dead appear to have been embalmed, a process that preserves the body by using chemicals to slow down the decomposition. However, it is unclear why they have not been either buried or incinerated in the building, which was described as having unsanitary conditions.
Isn't that freaky? So meanwhile, the building's owner, Jose Luis Arellano Cuaron, and an employee are to be charged with improper disposal of bodies, because that's what normal people do. Officials said many of the bodies appear to have come from 6 different local funeral homes. Pile them up. Worse still, relatives were reportedly given ashes and were under the belief their loved ones have been properly disposed of. They constantly received the bodies for cremation. They misrepresented hundreds of times to funeral companies that they would be cremating those bodies. The crematorium had been run by irresponsible and unscrupulous people who misused these licenses and permits. During Joe Biden's time at the Oval Office, many immigrants waiting in Mexico for legal entry into the United States were allegedly kidnapped by suspected cartel gangers and went missing. So this is where they went. Yadira Cortez, a representative from Ciudad Juárez, a women's roundtable network, told KFOX, of course, all the families and we ourselves were worried and wondered, who is there? What bodies are there? Are they identified? The state government had now opened up a process for anyone who believed their loved ones may be in the building.
An update. 2 people have been arrested following the horrifying discovery. According to officials, the site was neglected and the bodies were found stacked up in a warehouse compound. It originally was reported that 383 bodies have been found alongside 6 partial remains as the warehouse continues to be investigated. None of the bodies had been cremated as promised. Of the bodies that have been successfully recovered, 218 were male, 149 were female, and 16 are currently unidentified. And undetermined.
Bottom line is, in today's society, we're 2025, people still get remains of God knows whom. It could be a cat, a dog, or anything in between.
You don't know what
your
you're
body,
getting.
but your loved one.
It makes you question about these crematoriums and exactly what you're getting back in ashes.
Now, I wanted to be cremated, just FYI, but now I'm considering other options. Maybe put next to a tree bark to die there and decompose. Right? Because honestly, I understand these are a lot of people that are maybe went missing, found dead, decapitated, whatever. But the sad part is their families never got who they were supposed to get.
Right, exactly.
So, and these are, bodies and souls of people that most likely are arrested somewhere at the crematorium.
Right.
But like I brought up when we were talking about the story, I brought up to Steph, the smell. How can you keep 400 almost bodies?
I know.
Even if they're embalmed.
Right.
They're gonna stitch.
Right.
So how can you even work or live in that environment? Like no.
Yeah.
I smell trash and I want something to happen. So I don't know. I think it's in this day and age, this type of stories, when I saw it, I was thinking, How creepy is this? Not just the fact that there are 400 bodies. There are 400 bodies of people we don't know, because
That's
most
true.
likely they're not going to be able to identify them in any way,
Right.
for the right family.
Right.
So it's like their death went, I don't know, down the trash can, pretty much.
Pretty much. Somebody got money and the hell with everybody else.
Right. So somebody got money to dispose of the bodies, and in the end, they never even disposed of the bodies in a normal way. So this is the world we're living in.
Exactly. Alrighty, guys. Until the next time, always remember, the truth is always scarier. Bye-bye.
Bye.